Hi guys, it's Harmon Hart, back to show you the fuel system on my Gt-400, and by no means the best fuel system out there. Some of it is not done according to the way some people would have it done, but I like the way it operates, and I have some redundant features in there, so I'll show you real quick what I've got, okay? Y'all, I'm sure, recognize my GT by now, and what you start out with in your tank, where the fuel line goes in, right here. This fitting right here, there's a hose on the end of it that goes down to the bottom of your tank. On the end of that hose is a little strainer type thing that looks like this, and you notice it's got a big spring on it. Try to get it into focus. It's got a big spring on it, and it's got a screen in there, and it's got a place to hook up your hose. The big spring is to keep it off the bottom so it doesn't suck itself to the bottom, and of course the strainer keeps all the debris off of it. So you start out with that. The fuel comes out of the tank here, and it follows this hose around through the first fuel filter, which is here. Then it goes into my gascolator, and my gascolator has a screen in it, but it also has a valve down here, just like a regular GA airplane, where I can sump my fuel and drain off right there. I can drain off a sample to look at. So the gas comes out of the gascolator, and it goes through my facet electric fuel pump, which is my auxiliary pump. I very seldom ever use this. It goes through this, which is my fuel pressure regulator, which keeps the fuel pressure about, I think I have it set at a little over 4 pounds, which is what a Bing carburetor likes. The fuel goes up here through my second fuel filter, and then it continues upward, follows the main frame back, and goes to the carburetor, or to the pneumatic fuel pump. And I'm gonna bring the camera around and show you that now. So here's my fuel line here. Comes out, it goes into the fuel pump, and then it goes from here and here to the two separate carburetor intakes. Okay, now you see all these hoses, and you're probably wondering what all this is. Okay, down there in the fuel line, I tapped a T into it for this primer line, and this primer is a push-pull type primer, and it runs up, and one goes this way, and it goes into this carburetor over here. The other one goes around this way, and it goes in to this carburetor right here. And what it does is it takes the place of a choke, and it sends a little shot of fuel, raw fuel and oil, into the carburetor, and so it makes it easy to start. And that's this line right here. These lines right here are vent lines for the float bowl. And the reason that sometimes you'll see people that have the line, and they'll tuck it under this little bail right here that holds your float bowl on. But the right way to do that is to loop it around to the other side, and then drill a small hole. I don't know if you can see that. And drill a small hole in the center of the line so that it can drip out if it collects any fuel in there. But the only reason that you'll ever get fuel out of this is if your needle sticks open and your float bowl floods, or maybe flying around you get into a little turbulence and it shakes it a little bit. That's probably the only reason. So I consider this a pretty decent fuel system setup, and I just want to share it with you so that you can see maybe what somebody else is doing, or if you've never done one before, you can see an example of one. Thanks. Bye.